Have you ever had a thought and then someone close to you said it out loud, or felt a strange wave of emotion when you walked into a room, even though no one said a word? What if that wasn't just a coincidence? We all like to think we're separate. You live in your body, I live in mine. That's how we've been taught to see things. But deep down, haven't you wondered if maybe we're more connected than we realize? Maybe your thoughts don't just stay inside your head. Maybe they ripple out like waves in a pond, touching people around you. Maybe feelings are shared. Maybe ideas move between us even when we're not speaking. What if we're all tuned into the same big invisible system? Something like a radio station for thoughts, feelings, and energy. That idea might sound strange at first, but stay with me because once you understand how this works, your world starts to change. Not just how you feel, but what you attract. My name is Paul Bauer. This is Quantum Reality Awakening, and I'm a certified master life coach, NLP practitioner, and I've been studying the laws of the universe for nearly a decade now. And today, we're diving deep into something most people never really talk about. It's called the collective consciousness. That's a big word, but the idea is simple. We're all connected, and that connection is not just spiritual, it's physical, emotional, and even measurable through science. Here's the wild part. What you think can affect others, and what others think can affect you without a word being said. We're all part of something bigger. And when you learn how to tune into that connection, everything shifts. Your relationships, your mood, your health, even your money, because what you're plugged into changes what you attract. So, if you've ever felt like you were picking up on things you couldn't explain, or if you've ever wanted to understand why your energy changes around certain people, you're in the right place. Now, here's the fun part. This isn't just theory. There's real science behind it, real psychology, real spiritual wisdom. And once you see how it works, you'll never see the world the same way again. Next up, we're going to look at how your thoughts don't just stay trapped in your head and how your brain might actually be broadcasting energy out into the field around you. And guess what? So is everyone else. Have you ever thought about someone and then your phone buzzes and it's them? That kind of moment makes you stop. It's like your thoughts reached out and touched them. And guess what? In many ways, they did. Your brain is not just a place where thoughts happen. It's also a kind of signal sender. Every time you think, you're creating little energy waves. Those waves don't stay in your head. They move out into the world, even if you can't see them. Science has started to catch up with this idea. Your brain creates electrical activity, and that activity has a frequency, just like a radio. Now think about this. If radios can send out signals that reach other radios, why couldn't your mind do something similar? Your heart also plays a big role here. Your heart has an electrical field too, and it's much stronger than your brain's. That field expands around you, sending out messages about how you feel. That's why you can walk into a room and instantly feel the mood. No one needs to say anything. You just know. When your thoughts and your feelings match, that signal becomes even stronger. If you're thinking about someone with love and peace, they may feel it. And if you're on the same page, they may even send something back. It's like your minds are having a quiet chat. Now let's go a little deeper. Quantum physics shows us that everything is connected. Particles far apart can still affect each other. Scientists call this entanglement. It means that connection can exist without any wires or signals, just pure connection, kind of like what happens between people. So you're not just a single person walking around alone. You're a part of something bigger, a shared field of energy and thought. And when you know how to work with that field, you can start to attract better health, stronger friendships, more peace, and yes, even more money. Next, we'll look at how the collective field stores memories and beliefs and how those shared thoughts might be shaping your life right now without you even knowing. Let's talk about thoughts that don't even feel like your own. Have you ever had a sudden worry and it didn't even make sense? Or maybe you felt heavy for no reason, even though your day was going fine? That might not be coming from you at all. it might be coming from the collective field. The collective field is like a giant cloud that holds all thoughts, beliefs, and emotions from everyone around the world. It's always there, whether you notice it or not. And the thing is, you're plugged into it. We all are. Now, your personal thoughts mix with that bigger cloud. If you ever felt nervous in a group of nervous people or hopeful in a room full of happy people, that's part of it, but it goes deeper. You might have picked up money fears from your parents, or beliefs about health from your school, or even feelings about love from movies and books. These thoughts get stored inside of you, but they didn't start with you. Psychologists call this social conditioning. It's how the world teaches you what to think, and your brain learns fast, especially when you're young. Your brain is like a sponge. It soaks in messages from people you trust, and those messages become patterns. And once a pattern is in place, your brain starts expecting it, even when it doesn't help you anymore. This is how people end up believing things like money is hard to get or I'll never be good enough. These ideas might feel real, but they're just thoughts and you can change them. Quantum physics helps us understand this too. It shows us that the observer changes the outcome. In simple terms, that means when you become aware of a thought, you have the power to choose something new. You are not stuck with what you picked up. But first, you have to see what's there. Next, we'll talk about how to unplug from the beliefs that are holding you back and how to connect to a new field that supports what you really want. So, how do you unplug from all the heavy stuff you've picked up? The first step is noticing it, not with shame, not with blame, just noticing. Maybe you feel like you're always worried about money, or maybe you keep ending up in the same kind of relationship that doesn't feel good. Take a quiet moment and ask yourself, where did I learn this? Is this even mine? You might be surprised at the answer. Once you spot a belief that's not helping you, you can gently let it go. Think of it like taking off a jacket that never really fit. You don't need to fight it, you just stop wearing it. You stop telling the same story. And here's something really cool, your brain loves to make new connections. Scientists call it neuroplasticity. That means your brain can rewire itself based on what you give your attention to. So when you start choosing better thoughts, your brain starts to build a new map. You're not just reacting anymore, you're creating. And spiritually, when you start tuning into better thoughts, you're tuning into a better part of the collective field. You're joining people who are focused on love, peace, abundance, and joy. And that field is just as real. You don't need to fight against the fear. You just choose to live in a different signal. Quantum physics reminds us that everything is energy, including your thoughts, and energy attracts energy. So when you change your thought patterns, you start to match up with better possibilities. You begin to notice new changes, new people, and new ideas that fit with your new way of thinking. It's not magic, it's alignment. And here's the fun part. The more you do it, the easier it gets. You start to feel lighter, clearer, and the world around you starts to feel more peaceful too. But if we're all so connected, you might be wondering, what happens when we all start doing this together? That's exactly what we're diving into next. Imagine a world where more and more people start waking up, not in a loud or dramatic way, but gently, by paying attention to their thoughts, by feeling what's really true in their hearts, and by making better choices every day. What would that kind of world feel like? We would listen more. We would judge less. We would help each other to grow instead of tearing each other down. That's not just a dream. That's the power of the collective consciousness when we tune into something better. Each time you choose peace over fear, kindness over anger, and trust over worry, you add to the healing of the whole. And when you keep doing it, it becomes a wave, a new rhythm that others can feel, even when they don't know where it's coming from. You don't need to fix the whole world. You just need to take care of your part, your energy, your thoughts, your heart. That's how change really begins, from the inside out. You're always connected to everyone and everything, but now you get to decide what kind of connection you want to grow. The old patterns, you don't have to keep them. You can choose something lighter, something more honest, something that matches who you're really becoming. And if that idea speaks to you, if it helps you feel just a little more clear, a little more calm, a little more you, and I invite you to keep going. Let's grow this together. If this episode helped you in any way, go ahead and like the video, leave a comment, and hit subscribe. I'd love to hear what part stood out the most to you. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.